In a country that literally cancelled football, a boy was born with a leg 6 centimeters shorter than the other and was certified as disabled by doctors. This isn't just another football success story. This isn't just another tale of overcoming adversity. This is the story of how Mohamed Salah rose from a village where dreams were forbidden to become the king of European football. Born in a nation that banned the beautiful game, rejected by clubs for being too weak, dismissed by Chelsea as not good enough, yet he became the Premier League's most lethal weapon. What you're about to discover is the exact blueprint of how Salah transformed from an Egyptian reject into Liverpool's saviour, not just through goals and glory, but through a journey so impossible it reads like fiction. Every setback has been documented, every rejection analyzed, and every triumph that seemed impossible has been broken down to show you how greatness can emerge from the most unlikely places. We'll explore how a revolution nearly ended his career before it began, the Chelsea nightmare that almost broke him, and the Liverpool resurrection that made him a legend. But first, let me show you just how impossible this story really was. But what if someone told you that a player Chelsea deemed worthless would break the Premier League's most sacred scoring record in his very first season? Liverpool fans didn't know what to expect. £42 million for a Chelsea reject, a winger who had failed in England before, a gamble that seemed destined to disappoint. But Mohamed Salah had other plans. Opening day against Watford, he won a penalty, he scored a goal, he announced his arrival. What followed was pure magic. September, goals against Hoffenheim and Arsenal. October, man of the match performances. November, 3 goals in 3 games. December, the goals kept flowing. By Christmas, something extraordinary was happening. Salah wasn't just scoring, he was rewriting history. The Premier League record for goals in a single season was 31, set by Alan Shearer, considered untouchable, sacred. But Salah was hunting it down like a man possessed. January, more goals. February, hat-tricks and wonder strikes. March, 4 goals against Watford. April, the record was within reach. When the final whistle blew on that miraculous season, 44 goals in all competitions, 32 in the Premier League alone. A new record. The impossible made possible. This wasn't just about individual brilliance. Salah had transformed Liverpool from also-rans into Champions League finalists. The Kop had found their new king. The Premier League had discovered its most lethal weapon. And the boy from Nagreg had proven that dreams know no boundaries. That debut season didn't just announce Salah's arrival, it rewrote the rules of what was possible for an African player in European football. But before he conquered Anfield, Salah had to survive the place where dreams go to die. Stamford Bridge, January 2014. The Promised Land. Salah had just lit up the Champions League with Basel, 2 goals against Chelsea, the winner in the return leg. Europe's biggest clubs were watching. Chelsea made their move. £16.5 million, the first Egyptian to join the Blues. The weight of a nation on his shoulders. But Chelsea in 2014 was a graveyard for young talent. Eden Hazard owned the left wing, Willian controlled the right, Oscar pulled the strings. There was no room for an Egyptian dreamer. Salah's debut came in February, a 3-0 win against Newcastle. Hope flickered. His first goal arrived in March against Arsenal, Arsene Wenger's 1000th game. Salah came off the bench to score the 6th. The crowd barely noticed. But Jose Mourinho had already made his judgment. He's not ready for this level, Mourinho declared. 3 league appearances in his first season, public criticism after poor performances, a replica winner's medal for Chelsea's title triumph, the ultimate insult. The 2014-15 season was even worse. Rumors of mandatory military service in Egypt, barely any playing time, a talent withering on the vine. By February 2015, the writing was on the wall. Deadline day, a loan move to Fiorentina, escape from the Chelsea prison. My time at Chelsea was considered a failure, Salah later admitted, but sometimes failure is just preparation for greatness. The boy who was deemed not good enough for Chelsea would return to England as the Premier League's most feared striker. Long before Chelsea broke his heart, Salah had to overcome something far more fundamental, being born in a place where football was banned. Nagreg, a small village north of Cairo, population barely 5,000. Dreams officially prohibited. Mohamed Salah was born on June 15, 1992, to middle-class parents, in a country where football had been cancelled, where stadiums were battlegrounds, where the beautiful game was beautiful no more. Egypt in the 1990s was not a place for footballing dreams. Political instability, economic chaos, football caught in the crossfire. But in Nagreg, a boy kicked a ball anyway. His heroes were distant gods: Ronaldo Nazario, Francesco Totti, Zinedine Zidane, names from a world that seemed impossibly far away. At 7 years old, Salah's talent began to shine. Street football with his brother, against older, stronger opponents, speed and skill against size and power. Local teams began to notice. At 14, a scout from Al Mokaroun arrived, a team in Cairo, the Egyptian Premier League. A chance. But the journey was brutal. 4 hours of travel each day, multiple buses, missing school, chasing a dream that seemed impossible. While other boys his age played video games, Salah was traveling across Egypt, chasing a dream that his country had tried to kill. Then came the moment that changed everything, a friendly match that would alter the course of football history. February 1st, 2012. Port Said Stadium, 74 people died, hundreds injured. Egyptian football died that day. The league was cancelled. Players were left in limbo. Careers hung in the balance. Dreams turned to dust. But Salah refused to surrender. The Egyptian Olympic team organized a friendly against FC Basel. Salah came on as a substitute in the second half. 2 goals, 2 moments of magic, 2 strikes that would change his life. Basel's president was watching. "I had never seen a player with so much speed in my entire life," he said. The invitation came quickly. A week in Switzerland, a trial, a chance. Summer 2012, Salah signed for Basel, 4-year contract. Escape from Egyptian chaos, the first step toward European glory. His debut season was a masterclass in adaptation. 10 goals, 11 assists, Swiss Super League champion, Europa League semi-finalist. But the best was yet to come. The 2013-14 Champions League campaign was Salah's announcement to the world. The equaliser against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. The winner in the return leg. Europe's biggest clubs were watching. The Egyptian king was rising. Basel had taken a gamble on a refugee from Egyptian football and discovered a diamond that would shine across Europe. After escaping Chelsea's prison, Salah found something he'd never experienced before, a club that truly believed in him. Fiorentina was just a stepping stone. 6 goals in half a season, enough to catch Roma's attention, enough to earn a permanent move. AS Roma, the Eternal City, a club with passion in its DNA, a perfect match for Salah's fire. His first season in Rome was a revelation. 14 goals, 6 assists, 3rd place in Serie A, Champions League qualification. Player of the Season, but it was his second season that truly announced him to the world. 2016-17, the season that changed everything. 15 goals in Serie A, 11 assists, 0.95 goal contributions every 90 minutes. Partnership with Edin Dzeko that terrorized Italian defenses. Roma finished second, just 4 points behind Juventus. Salah had pushed the old lady to the limit. The Stadio Olimpico had found its new emperor. The Curva Sud chanted his name. The Egyptian flag flew proudly in Rome. 34 goals and 21 assists in 83 appearances, numbers that made Europe's elite take notice. Liverpool were watching. Jurgen Klopp was planning. The next chapter was about to begin. Rome had given Salah something precious, the confidence to believe he belonged among the world's best. When Liverpool announced Salah's signing, the reaction was mixed at best. £42 million for a Chelsea reject, for a player who had failed in England before, for an Egyptian winger with something to prove. The doubters were loud, overpriced, another Liverpool gamble. He'll struggle in the Premier League, but Jurgen Klopp saw something others couldn't. The pace that terrorized Serie A, the finishing that had improved dramatically, the hunger of a man with unfinished business. Roberto Firmino graciously handed over the number 11 shirt, a gesture of respect, a passing of the torch, a welcome to the family. Salah's first training session silenced the doubters. His speed was frightening, his finishing was clinical, his determination was infectious. The coaching staff exchanged glances. They had found something special, something that would transform Liverpool forever. Sometimes the best signings are the ones that make others question your judgment, until they see the magic unfold. But individual records mean nothing without collective glory. And Salah's greatest moment was yet to come. The 2018 Champions League final. Real Madrid. Sergio Ramos. The tackle that broke Egyptian hearts. Salah's shoulder dislocated. His World Cup in doubt. His Champions League dream shattered. Tears on the Kiev turf. But champions are defined not by how they fall, but by how they rise. The 2018-19 season was Salah's redemption tour. 22 Premier League goals, sharing the Golden Boot, but more importantly, Champions League revenge. The road to Madrid was paved with magic. Porto demolished, Barcelona humiliated 4-0 at Anfield, the impossible comeback. Corner taken quickly, Origi! The final against Tottenham. Madrid again, but this time different script. 2 minutes into the match, penalty to Liverpool. Salah stepped up, the weight of Egypt on his shoulders, the memory of Kiev in his mind. He scored. Redemption, relief, rapture. Liverpool won 2-0. Salah lifted the Champions League. The boy from Nagreg had conquered Europe. From a village where football was banned to the pinnacle of European glory, Salah had completed the most impossible journey in football history. So there it stands, the complete story of how Mohamed Salah became a football superstar. From a disabled boy in a village where dreams were forbidden to the king of European football, Salah's journey proves that greatness recognizes no boundaries, geographical, physical, or social. He didn't just score goals, he broke barriers. He didn't just win trophies, he inspired a continent. He didn't just play football, he proved that dreams, no matter how impossible, can become reality. For those who want to understand the tactical evolution that made Salah so devastating at Liverpool, there's a detailed breakdown of his positional changes and playing style available in the description below. But while Salah conquered Europe through pace and precision, there's another story of a player who dominated through pure determination and a refusal to accept limitations. The next video reveals how a Sunday League hooligan took over the Premier League, because while Salah mastered the art of speed, Jamie Vardy mastered the art of defying every single odd stacked against him.